In this training video, we are going to take a look at creating resource types within the FMS system. Once you're logged in here, over here on the left-hand side, that you see that you have the types menu. If you click on that, there is an option for resource type. So if you click on that, it brings you to the resource types page. The first thing that you must create before you create a resource type is a resource supertype. You can think of it like a hierarchy chart. You must have a supertype and then you can have a type under there. So if you are creating resources maybe for technology such as iPad carts, computer labs, stuff like that, maybe you want to have a supertype called technology. So what we'll do is we'll go in here and create that. So if you click on supertypes, click on Create New Supertype, and then you put the resource type name in there. So maybe you want to type in Technology Resources. You see right here that it automatically fills in the URL name. That URL name will only be used if you make these resource requests public. So it automatically goes ahead and fills that in for you. That way, if you do decide to make it public, there's not any errors on the way that things work. So that's just automatically filled in. It's not a big deal. Once you click on Create, you see that Technology Resources has been added. Once we go back to Types right here, then we are going to click on Create New Type. So right here, this is where we are adding our resource type, so we can put in our type name, such as Computer Lab. We select a super type here, so that could be Technology Resources. And then towards the bottom here, you have the option to add properties or custom fields. If you add a property, you have some various selections that you can go in here and select from. So maybe you want to know some additional details about this particular resource type when a person creates a request. So maybe you want to know the max capacity. So you can add that in there. You can also add a custom field. So maybe you want to know how many people will be using this room. And you can make that a number as well. There's some different selections to pick from. And then for this custom field name, you can determine whether or not you want this to be required. I'm going to select required, and then you click on create. And you see there that our resource has been added. Now, before anybody can go in and actually go in and make requests for this resource, you have to go in here and add it under the resource section here, but you also have to go in and give them permission to that particular resource type. So if we go over here to users and groups and user groups, and I'm just going to go over to the super admin section for this training video, but what you would do is you have to go down here to resources and say that, and you can even break it down how, determining on what level of permission you want people to be able to get access to, but you can choose either the whole technology resource, or you can go over here and just pick certain things under the technology resource that you created. And of course, then you have to give them the proper permissions. Since this is the admin level, it has this any permissions right here. And then you can go down here towards the bottom and click on save right there. And then that permission level has been saved. In another training video, we'll look at going to resources and adding a certain resource as a test so you can see exactly how that works. But that wraps up adding resource types for this training video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you.